Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with Overwatch 2 and time to see what can go wrong because I'm going to be playing ranked and something goes wrong when I play ranked. So time to see how horrible it is going to go. Also guys, I'm setting myself a challenge. Will I fail the challenge? 100%. Hopefully not though. If you didn't see yesterday's stream, I basically said yesterday's stream was the last time I'm going to talk about either one of the reviews I have done. The first one being the live action How to Train Your Dragon, the second being K-pop Demon Hunters. Both great movies. K-pop Demon Hunters is my favourite movie that's come out this year, and probably overall. But yeah, both great movies. Recommend watching them when you can. K-pop Demon Hunters is on Netflix, so the live action How to Train Your Dragon, I'd expect to come to Netflix at some point in the next few months. Being in mind that only released in cinemas, I think it was the 10th of June. No, 12th of June. Yeah, because I remember saying to myself at the time, my birthday's 11th. I could go one day after and have it as like a birthday treat. But yeah, so I'm gonna see how long I can go without mentioning either one of them. No, I'm expecting at some point I'll mention each one of them in the stream. Get into Overwatch 2 though, and I've not gone through and done all of them yet. But when I logged on to my dailies earlier, and by earlier I mean like about an hour and a half, actually almost 2 hours ago, because it was about 7:30 when I did them, UK time. I do say UK time whenever I mention time, because I know there'll be one person be like, hold on, but it's only 6:45 AM here. What do you mean 7:30? I mean 7:30, 7:30 PM UK time. So when I logged on, I was like, oh, why does every single character in this game have something new for them? I went and done Divas, but Divas is still saying done. We'll click on Doom first, and for some reason, every single skin I own and every other thing I own, it is saying that I've got new for. Now, I thought this might, hopefully, go away after like shutting down the game, because I've shut down the game after I finished playing earlier. Because I like to take like at least an hour and a half, at least 2 hours, like to take at least a few hours before then jump straight back into Overwatch. I don't know why that is then showing that, but then if I go to my profile and go to customization, it's also showing me the fact of all this stuff. Now, if memory serves me right, it's basically showing me that everything that I've ever earned in this game between Overwatch 1 and now, I've now suddenly got new things for. I don't know why, I have no idea. But we're going to be playing some ranked, and we're going to see how many games it does take for me to lose. At some point, I think it might be interesting to play Overwatch 2 until I lose a ranked game. But I feel like that would be like 15 minutes, because I feel like I'd get chucked into an immediate bad game. Now, showing what's in the shop, and the only new thing is Radiant Angel Mercy for the OWCS Crime Funding Bundle. I don't know anything about it. Before anybody does ask, it's news to me. Why is it taking me to... granted, I clicked on the tryout thing. Ah!
Don't worry, I'll be right behind.
Okay, so this isn't going to make much of a difference.
There's one.
But I'd say, when I actually remember how to do them, we'll do a hustle. And the skin doesn't look too bad. Not something I'd want to pay for. It doesn't look too bad, though. See, when I jumped onto Overwatch, I was expecting 3 skins. Skins being for Widow, Ashe, and Kiriko. loophole when I'm saying this, because I'm not mentioning why for a movie in particular, but then I actually started thinking, and it now makes sense. Said movies only started doing great over the last few weeks. It might take Overwatch at least a month beforehand. I wouldn't be surprised if we do get them, say, next season, though. See, if you don't have an emote that allows you to see, like, the front, there's basically no point going into the thing, because, at least for me, because I have both versions of Pink Mercy, her Rose Gold and normal, and it comes with basically a weapon skin for her, and I have said weapon skin equipped, which means I don't get to see either one of her weapons unless I'm viewing them from like this. Her gun looks nice, but again, I've got Pink Mercy stuff equipped. This has been in since last week. That's one Reaper skin I'm more than happy to say that I passed on because it looks stupid as anything. Echo and Bastion are recolors. I want to say Venture is, and I think Reaper might be a recolor or something, but dumber. Nothing new for the Mythics. Normally this would probably be around where the Reaper Stealth Deaths gets put into the game. And why I think they're cool, I'm sticking to my principles on this, and I'll explain those principles in a second. Nothing new with the season. The Invasion Bundle was bought when I first started playing Overwatch 2. Starter Pack Season 17 was what I got for the beginning of the season. That's no longer valid because I've passed it. And I did end up going for that because it comes with a really cool Widow skin. And I can cool Widow skin, and the Sigma skin's not too bad. But what I did notice was new was this esports page. Now, if I'm right, I'm pretty sure that's just the Overwatch League stuff. But I think it might be the Overwatch League rebranded. Because I can't remember exactly why, but the Overwatch did go through a few things of potentially a few problems with like League stuff. So there's a once again bundle, which is surprisingly cheap. A team CC bundle. I think those are both just like weapon things you can equip to weapons. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is just all like I was about to say, is that Destined Soul? And it's like, no. Guys, for reasons I can't, like, I honestly can't remember. I had a discussion about this, like, with a couple mates on a few occasions. Because of the fact of, like, I have the Destined Souls, like, Tiger thing as my profile thing. I don't have it because I support the team. I have it because I like Tigers. And at the end of the day, I didn't see why me liking my profile picture. And my profile picture, I don't even think it is. I just think, nope. Literally, all it is just a picture right next to my name. Also, if anyone does wonder why my PlayStation name is like KJ Dizzy 21, my Xbox name was just without the 21, and basically, I don't think that makes a decent YouTube name, and I've see. I have about 3 different names covering one thing. There's my gamer tag, which I love. I just do. There's my actual YouTube channel name, which is White Tiger Quest, which I feel is like a bit more professional than Tigress. And then there's what I prefer, which is Tigress. Now, how the hell am I supposed to go and be like, yes, mark them as... Thank God. Socials. That's what I was trying to do. Again, I still have an invitation. I have no idea who it's from. Like, I don't recognize the name. but considering I have literally been talking for 10 minutes, we're not going to be playing Stadium today. We are just going to play regular 6v6 open queue. I probably will do, say, at least 2 rounds of comp. Whether it be... I'm going to play at least 3 rounds of some form of Overwatch. But getting into something else. Something I am kind of tempted to do at some point, and I'd have to kind of be picky about when, is I'm kind of tempted to do a few game modes of one of the arcade game modes, because back in Overwatch 1, I basically never played unranked, because back then I didn't have dailies that I needed to do, because there was no battle pass and there was no dailies. So you had like things that you complete for the week to... I'm kind of interested to play King's Row. I was about to say, what role am I in? It's like, hold on, no, it does actually depend on what character I want to play. There's a couple of characters I'm in the mind to play, but the DPS, and I don't think I'm going to get the chance to play DPS. Also, guys, why I can 100% easy enough save it until I do Marvel Rivals on Saturday, I'm discussing that, and if I do remember, I will then... I'd like to play Venture. I don't think I'm going to get the chance to play Venture. Now I'm going to bring in Symmetra. I'm also saying Zarya. And Life Weavers do annoy me half the time. See, what I'm finding very interesting from the team layout is I'm not going to play... I'm not going to play Freya. I'll probably end up playing Diva. Yeah, kind of who I expected. I will literally end up playing Diva. I selected to play Venture just in case I could play DPS. I very much doubt it. Someone else does also want to play Venture. But I know how the team's going to go. We're going to need someone in tank, and we're not going to get a support. But, like I was saying about Marvel Rivals, the reason why I'm willing to put a lot more hours into Overwatch 2's rank than I am Marvel... Like, the reason I take Marvel Rivals is, like, rank system is more of a ha-ha, he-he. Instead of taking it, like, because I take Overwatch rank a lot more seriously than I do Marvel Rivals rank games. Because, quite simply, I don't know whether it's still a thing or whether it was a thing back a while ago. I don't know whether they patched it, but at one point, the only way to essentially rank up was your KD ratio. And if you don't know what your KD ratio is, it's basically your kill to death ratio. And you, for instance, say if you've got 10 kills, you want, say, 4 or 5 deaths. That's a 50-50 ratio. You'd want your deaths under that, and you'd want your kills higher than that. But as long as your KD is about 50-50, like 50% deaths, 50% kills, you're generally fine in most cases. But apparently Marvel Rivals rank games only care about how many kills you get and like all that lot, which if you play support, you'll know it basically fucks you up from the beginning. Also, what I mentioned on last Rivals video stream is a 6v6 completely changes the outcome. This bloody May. See, Mays can either be a cool player and a non-toxic one, or they can be like, I'm just gonna block up a wall and let you all get killed, or block up a wall knowing for a fact that you can't get out of spawn. Granted, you can't completely block someone into spawn, because there are 2 doors, usually. But the fact that May can just put a nice wall up, and I honestly do wish if like someone was able to essentially block spawn. If someone was able to block spawn, like with the ice wall, I wish it instantly anti-froze it, because you shouldn't be able to block a spawn point. But yeah, so the reason I basically don't take Marvel Rivals ranked games serious is because I'm never going to get good in ranked on Rivals, not unless they change how it functions. Like, the reason I say it is, for good while Overwatch, my rank was terrible. Because of how, because of the fact that I was getting put in matches that weren't fair, and was getting punished for games that I really shouldn't be getting punished for. But then when they changed the rank system, because it was broken for a good while, I wasn't the only one saying it, everyone was. And it was like that for at least a year, maybe 2. Granted Marvel Rivals is newer, but it, considering instantly it outshined Overwatch 2 that had been doing the game for years. That had been doing the game for years. You would have thought they would have learned a lesson, but apparently no. And the only reason I bring it up now, even though I did see the video, I think back in season 2 of, I say season 2, beginning of season 2, maybe even season 1 of Marvel Rivals, which is a while ago, because each season of Marvel Rivals is what, a couple months, maybe longer. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, so support players are getting punished for being support players. And the video is like one of these cases of taking the mick of being like, well, why am I not getting healed? It's like, where are you? Backlines. Yeah, we figured if you're jumping at backlines, they could be doing the exact same to us. And quite frankly, if you're halfway across the map, I'm not going to be able to heal you. I'm going to prioritize people who are actually pushing points. Because I don't know whether Rivals do still this, I hope they don't. But they prioritize the case of prioritizing getting more kills over the team progress is not great. Because yes, kills are good and kills are very useful and you need them. Unless you get really lucky in Fortnite like I did at one point. Because guys, it seriously does bug me the fact that I don't actually have any video proof of this, but I'm kind of tempted to try and recreate it at some point, but I managed to do a full game of Fortnite, I want to say a couple seasons ago, where I didn't get a single kill in that game. Like, bear in mind, I don't get many kills in Fortnite matches anyway, and I get down to at least top 15 usually. Like, I'm not horrible at the game, but I'm not like a sweaty pro at the game. But like, I managed to get no kills one time. I did take a screenshot. I think I still have the screenshot. I can't honestly remember. If I ever do decide to not challenge in Fortnite and ever do decide to stream Fortnite, I might just post it in the community page and like post it as a thing being like, it can be done. But until my rivals do change the fact of punishing support for being good team players and saying thank you to the DPS, to that one random Spider-Man, and yes, I know not all Spider-Mans are bad, but like that one random DPS player who prioritized getting his ass kicked but happens to have a few more kills than a support player. I don't support the fact of support players support players are one of the players that you need to support your team. Like, we've got a Lucio, and without him, we would be getting a lot more fucked than what we actually are. Because, like, we were able to hold point, and we were able to win the first round. But Lucio is holding the team together. Like, me and Doomfist are doing, at least I'm doing my job, I'm pretty sure Doomfist is too. I think the only difference is Doomfist might be diving in a bit more compared to me. I'm sort of holding point. Because while D.Va is a dive tank, she can be played as I'm gonna hold this. Not as good as if you just dive in, drop hell above them, and you know. Everyone knows when you. Guys, basic first rule of playing Pharah, don't go into an encaged building unless you have to. Oh, I didn't think I'd get the Roadhog and I didn't know about the May. Like, now, fair enough, Farah really does just need to be in here. Because she should be trying to hold the point. But in all honesty, that triple kill took me by shock. I'm gonna give it to. I probably should have given it to Doom first. But it's like, I thought both Arista and Roadhog, and it's like, I could do that, and then, but like, I was like, I can get back in mech, deal with Roadhog. Did not know where May was. I did not know she was around there. So, first game, we've done good. Because I think for this season, if I actually load into the right one, I think for this season, I'd like to get back to Silver 1, if not Silver 2. Because, like, a season ago, like, not last season, but season before, so about 2 seasons ago, I got into gold, and then I instantly got, for lack of better words, instantly got fucked. Because my comp score then went down to Silver 1, and then I think maybe Silver 2. I think I got back to Silver 1 at some point last season, but then I somehow between now and then I've completely forgot. I've managed to get down to Silver 3. Also, guys, before anyone does ask about me essentially reviewing this movie, that movie, this movie, this year so far, out of all the new movies that have come out, I've only seen 3. 2 I've done reviews on. Again, I'm not classifying this essentially talking about them until I actually mention them by name. 1 I haven't. The only one I've not done a review of is Captain America Brave New World. And why have I not done a review of it? Because I don't feel personally that I could give it the 100%. I feel happy with how I'm reviewing this movie. For simple reasons of, I go back from flip-flopping to being like, it was okay, it was pretty cool, actually. Do I like how Red Hulk was introduced? Yeah, it could have been better, could have been worse. Do I wish Red Hulk was actually introduced in a Hulk movie? Yes. 100%. Do I also wish things like She-Hulk was better? Yes. Because why there might be some introduction in comics, I have no idea. But to my knowledge, Captain America and Red Hulk, I don't know how much interaction they've had in the comics. So I'm not going to speak about how much interaction they've had in the comics because, again, do not know. But at the end of the day, I do wish it was a case of Ross was trying to chase down the Hulk, because it would have been nice to get another Hulk movie, because we've not had one since the Incredible Hulk, which came out before the MCU started. You know, 20-something years ago. Almost even. I think it was like 2006, I think. I think it was before the MCU started. It's before 2012. So, it would have been nice for, you know, Ross to be chasing him down and for like what was going on and all that lot, and turns out the person behind it was the person behind it, because they do link, which could be interesting. I might regret this, but I might play support. I don't know. I'm going to see who the team vote to play for, because I take whatever chances I get to play DPS on Overwatch. Life Weaver. I'm jinxing myself by saying it now.
Choose heroes to ban.
It'd be interesting to play something like Sombra, but I know for a fact she's going to get banned. also it kind of be cool to play Widow because I don't play either of them that much anymore. But again, I'd rather not play Widow on stream for the simple reason of I'm terrible at sniping. But every so often I like to play her. Just because it's like, I like to have fun every so often and just chuck a random curveball. I'd like to play Freya. I don't think we're going to get the chance. Also, anyone who says Overwatch needs more DPS, tank is the only thing close to being able to match them with character-wise. And even then, there's still like 5 character difference.
Always deliver.
Like, if we can get at least one support and say another tank, I'm more than happy to play DPS now. Just because if our Mercy and Kiriko weren't, then I would have played Juno or Kiriko. Because guys, I don't mind playing Mercy every single night run because I do enjoy playing her. But I don't like being the player that's like stuck behind someone and instantly like, oh, I'm in danger. Not every game. But every so often, like, I like to be able to be like more damage focused and not need to focus on how good of a like healer I'm doing or how good damage I'm blocking. Also guys, if anyone did see yesterday's stream, you'll realize that I essentially built 2 ugly walls on 2 sides. Out of cobblestone, which was about 7 stacks worth, so it wasn't small. I've since taken both walls down, which I honestly thought I would have ended up putting off doing, but it's like, I had nothing better to do earlier. And I chucked them both into smelt, and I'm probably going to chuck them into stairs, because I have an idea on what I want the thing to look like now. See, my kill death ratio right now is terrible. So is my full teams. But the enemies are great. Like our Kiriko and Mercy, the only 2 who aren't terrible compared to the rest of the team. That's just because like they've only died the once. And our Genji. No, our Cassie's the only decent player on our team at the minute. So close. Yet so far.
Last mistake.
But yeah guys, so like, if I'm gonna take either Overwatch or Marvel Rivals like rank seriously and actually devote time and effort into trying to rank up, why I do still like Marvel Rivals, it's going to be Overwatch. I've played the game for like the last 5 years. Because I played it back when it was still Overwatch 1, back in like 2019, 2020. And then I've been playing it since it's been called Overwatch 2. So since the beginning of Overwatch 2 I have played it. Like, I've played some of the beta for Overwatch 2. Granted, I didn't play much, and it's one thing that over this last couple of years, I've not regretted buying the beta, but like I think I played it twice during like the time I had access to the beta. But like we were told that like we'd get early access, or like, see, I don't know if we were directly told, but a mate did tell me the fact of like early access, you know, and we'd get story access, all that lot for like free, and like I don't know how much of what he told me was actually true or not, or because again, I never did consider checking it myself. I think I might have bought enough time for Roadhog to get on the point, but I don't know. No, Diva dropped a nuke.
Score 0-0.
But, like, considering if Marvel Rivals is punishing people for supporting the team instead of getting 1,000 kills per game, I picked a stupid number for a reason. I'll still play the game, but I'm not going to try and focus on ranking up. Like, it'll be a game that I don't take rank seriously. Which is annoying because at one point with the group of mates I speak to, at one point it's basically the only sort of ranked game I'd get. I'll hex you if we lose. Who the hell is threatening to hex people? See, guys, I was talking to my mate Lord Rinny the other day, and I was playing Among Us at the time, and before I'd even jumped into the game, I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take before I get creeped out or something weird, or someone's going to be like weird and post something sexual. It didn't take long. I'm full aware whenever I play Among Us now, if I check the chat, which you kind of need to for obvious reasons, it's a game based on the fact of, you know, finding out who's trying to kill everyone. That's kind of an obvious thing that you need to check the chat. That I'm going to be discussing in about 2 seconds. Because guys, the thing that kind of went to the point of where someone was like, they mentioned 16, or was it, I think it might have been 15 even, and someone's like, nope, bugger off, piss off. Because before that message, people were like on about dating and sending these like snaps and all that lot. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Because when I saw the 15 message, because like it popped up and then a few seconds later someone said piss off. Don't even think piss off was the exact word. I think it was essentially like get lost. I was like, have I been checked in the game full of minors? Please don't say I have. Also guys, anyone who comes to anybody who's like an adult that ends up in games with minors, not every game you have full control over. Because my mate Lord Rinning was telling me the other day that in a game he plays on VR called Pavlov, I've never played it so I don't know, but it's a game not for kids. I don't know the age rating off the top of my head. I think it's potentially 18. A kid went in and was like, is this going to be a child-phobic setting? And it's like, why the hell would you willingly announce it as a potential? Damn it. Like, guys, granted, I'm 100% guilty, as I think every gamer is, of playing a game they shouldn't be playing before they are the age to play it. Mine was things like GTA and COD. And GTA really does show, considering I'm like level 300 and I've been playing the game since 2019. Actually, before that, I've been playing the game on PlayStation since 2019. So, and I was playing it on Xbox for since like 2015, 2014. Guys, I started high school back when I was in 2014. And typically in the UK, at least the area I live in, it was like 11 would be when you'd go to high school. So I'm 100% guilty for playing games, but I'm not old enough to. But what I didn't do was suddenly go and join voice chats and announce my age. Because from what my mate did tell me, the fact of like people make it a priority if they find out that someone is a kid to bully them till they leave. And why I don't condone bullying, I do not. I do think if you're going to join a game and then get salty while everyone's trying to get you to leave, you should not be playing that game. We'll do one more, and if I do end up getting through that quick, I might chuck, I don't know, I might chuck, say, a couple of unranked games in. I kind of hoping like the 3 games would take longer than essentially 10 minutes each. Because I actually do want to stream for like an hour and a half, maybe 2. Like, looking at the time now, looking how long I've streamed for, so 9. Say 11. I might I'd be willing to go to sleep at 11. You know, I'm in the mood to play that map. But yeah, so he was telling me about the fact of like the kid spawned, like this person spawned right in front of him, and like he shot him, and it's like, again, guys, I do not contain bullying, but I do contain a kid should not be on a game where you do spend a decent bit of time in voice chat.
Select your hero.
We've got 2 people wanting to play like Anna, so presuming one would change to another support,
Select heroes to ban.
which does mean I will play Diva. Because Diva's like one of the only tanks that I do really enjoy playing. I'm gonna say Zarya. I don't know whether she's still such a problem. I'm gonna say Symmetra, and I'm gonna say Mei. Although something I do kind of would think it would be funny, kind of funny, if someone just votes to ban Anna, and it's like, and then both people are like, fine, we can't play support. We'll play DPS instead. I'd be like, no, don't. But guys, like, the lowest ranging is currently Silver 4 to Gold 2. I am at the higher end of that scale, being almost in Gold 2. Not Gold 2, almost in... Actually, I'm 100% at the bottom because I'm still in Silver 3. But I'm sort of halfway almost. I'm almost in Silver 2, which Silver 2, Silver 1 are about halfway, roughly.
Time to save the spirits. Game on. Let me out.
But guys, something I do find interesting is, a lot of times when I do hear anyone basically say the fact of, like, people underage should not be playing certain games, I then start saying, hold on, is that something you willingly buy? Like, because personally, if I wanted to play a game as a kid, I did. Like, I was thankful for the fact that like, I had parents that weren't too fussed about age rating, or more specifically, old enough not to know much about it.
So far in the back line, I could barely hear you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack.
But actually, one, not to know much about it, and two, the other, not to care so much. So I ended up playing things like GTA, Call of Duty. So off the top of my head, those are the only 2 like 18 plus games I did play. I think everything else I did play was sort of near my age. Like a game I played a lot as a kid was Minecraft. See, I didn't play much GTA Online when I was younger. It was only,
Payload is advancing.
I think it might have only been when I got like because I'm pretty sure on the 360. No, I did play Xbox Online on 360. It's like, I'm pretty sure on 360, and it's like, no, I did. Because I know exactly, because I've kind of got 3 different like accounts for the same game. Kind of. Because kind of it's a bit more less like simple, but on the 360 I had my GTA account, but then when I moved to Xbox, either they weren't doing it anymore or I did not know how to do it, but either way I wasn't able to take my character over, so I had to start back from the beginning, which is when then I had to do it from the PlayStation 4. I wasn't too bothered. But when it came out to the PS5, I would have been slightly annoyed if I had to. It would have been the 4th time of doing it. Thankfully, I got my PS5 just in time, because apparently, I don't know whether you still can or not. Who knows? But like, I transferred all my stuff by the time June had already came.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Because I remember at like the time because back then there was 4 of us in the one PlayStation party. one of us, there's one person in there who already had a PS5 when, I don't know if it was when we started speaking to him.
My coals are red hot.
Because, like, I'm not 100% sure. I think they might have had a PS4 for a little bit of time when we were speaking to them. But, like, I can't honestly remember. Like, I'm pretty sure they would have had to. But then they got a PS5 and they were basically in equation for a little while. I think it was like for a year. Then come one Christmas, both me and someone else in that group, we both then ended up getting PS5s.
60 seconds.
And then the only other person was then Lord Viridian, who then got one for his like birthday, like 6 months later, and he had like a few days that he could transfer it. But in between that, two of the mates that had GTA Online for the PS5 specifically weren't around, and meant I was basically playing the game by myself for a little while. Which now I don't mind so much because I've found ways to sort of maximize business effort. But back then it was sort of like what to do. See, I'm not gonna mind too much if I go up a good bit when I win, but then basically when I lose it doesn't affect me too much, because as long as I'm not winning, then losing in the worst way possible, having it completely go downhill, because I'd rather, like, if it's the other way around, it's still not the worst thing in the world to then lose a couple games. If in the long term I'm still progressing. I'm just gonna make sure the mech is fully healed. Which it is.
No one can hide.
Because guys, I'd rather have the mech be at 150, like have the additional 5 life weavers. I swear down life weavers like using everyone else except themselves as human shields. Because I refuse to believe half the time that they manage to heal the person they pull back up to 100% health within about 3 seconds. Okay, that was a smart pull. But also Caster was up there shooting. Which I'm surprised Ash missed. Also, me completely getting taken out of my own mech then was completely my fault. Because at the same time, while trying not to die, I was basically trying to turn down the volume on my phone because I have stream playing in the background on my phone just to make sure everything's functioning fine. Just because it's basically the simplest way to essentially have it on like a second monitor. So I have it on my phone. But because of a certain movie I've been watching, I've had my volume slightly higher than I normally do. See, guys, like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be easy to go full like without mentioning it, but like it's just because like basically if I've seen something good and I've basically got nothing that I'm watching, or I'm like not watching anything intriguing, I then default to what I've seen last. That's almost a team kill. If that's not play of the game, then I don't know what is. Like, I wiped every single one of them out. And if D was out of mech or I'd managed to get to it slightly quicker, that would have been a team kill. But guys, if I don't get to play the game, I am going to be slightly salty, because it's like, I got a full 5 team plus then Diva. And yes, I was like 30 seconds late for it to count, but still, I still got the Diva. So you play the games at the only time where I think like where I think kills should be mattered. But like I also think it should come down to how well you've done individually. But again, they've also got another round to push. What worked once will work twice. Although, technically speaking, we're defending, so Reinhardt would 100% be the smarter play. But then, a well-timed nuke can wreck everything. Plus, in this situation, Reinhardt's not going to be the most useful for a couple reasons. One, I'd then be stuck up with shield. Two, other than Zen, I'd have no one to essentially get quick kills with shield up. Which means, if they've got someone who can take it down quick, I'm then kind of stuck. Plus, with the fact that my Roadhog can pull people in, and then I can just launch missiles at them, we're basically going to be more effective.
We're playing bananas.
Also, do I go around destroying half the map when I've essentially got to wait for so long? Yes. Guys, if you've seen any streams I've done Overwatch, and you've seen any times where it's like, where it's been sort of like this in like the shift for the spawn point for the map, you'll see the fact that half that ends up destroyed by the time I'm done. Although something I do wish they'd keep, I get why. Okay, kinda smart pull, Life Weaver, but again, were you in danger? Like, whether whether I get put into games where Life Weaver players are actually in danger when they've pulled me to block stuff, or whether it's just because I've been in danger. I've seen it happen to other players, I've seen it happen to me a few times where I've been perfectly fine on health, my teammates seem perfectly fine on health, and yet they've still been pulled out the way. See, last thing we want them doing is pushing it with a stealth with like 3 minutes left. Like, they're gonna get it, but I'd rather them not have like 3 minutes left. For the simple reason of, we then gotta hold it for like 5. And then if they get all the way to the door in record time, that's then 7 minutes. They'd 100% get it there and still have 5 minutes left. They didn't have to stop us for 30 seconds, which they've proven they can do. But if we can hold them for another minute, maybe 2, that time is then cut in half because they'd only get like a minute and a half additional, maybe 2. Which holding them for 3 minutes isn't too bad compared to almost 5. And then at the end they only get an additional like minute, maybe a minute and a half. Which instead of holding them for like 3-4 minutes and having their time up to about 7, their time's only down to about 5, maybe 4. They're trashing Blue Mech City. Granted, D.Va can get back in a mech kind of quick. Both teams have Ash, so I don't know. Hoping ours.
They're counting on me.
Yeah, like I say, 3 minutes. Just off the fact they had a minute and a half left. They had almost 4. So with a minute and a half, they almost had like 4 minutes. The reason they didn't want them having longer was quite simple. We wouldn't be able to hold them off for that long. Because guys, the more time the enemy team has compared to how much time you've got left on your timer, without noticing it, you'll realise the fact that you will start being like, can we do it, can we do it? It's a natural thing. whether you say it or not, you will undoubtedly start like thinking we're doomed. And I've noticed more than once, like I've said in a game, actually 2 great examples. Earlier, I thought we had a game perfectly like it was on a thing where you had to push the robot from one end from
Regroup.
the middle to like from A to B sort of thing, and we pushed it almost there. In overtime, the enemy team managed to come and do it like outshine us. Roadhog, Liveweaver.
You got this.
Another reason why I didn't want them having like 3 minutes on the board. I presumed if they hadn't got it to where they did, would still almost, you know, that would have got up to about 5, and if they got it there as quick as possible, that's 6, potentially 7 minutes. I've seen it happen. Which means I know now for us to win, we need to hold them off for about 3 minutes. Which isn't going to happen, so the best we can hope for now is that we hold them off for 2 minutes.
Get in there, Bob.
Or at least for a minute and a half. Because we've got 30 seconds, and believe it or not, 10 of those seconds, potentially most of that time, will be then spent getting 2 points. Do I think we can still win from this? Yeah, I do. I think it's going to be a pain in the ass and going to be annoying as anything. But I do think it is possible.
Initiating defense matrix.
We just probably need like Roadhog to sort of, you know, start pushing them back at some point. I could also get my nuke back. I also could do my nuke within like the next minute. I think I might be able to get it in the next minute and a half. So I think I can probably get to about 80 seconds, 80% charge in about a minute. I think. But if they've got a minute and a half, I think it's not the worst thing in the world if we have to hold for that long. But I don't want them having like almost 3 minutes or even 2. Or even 2 minutes when we've only got 30 seconds. Lifeweaver, that would have been a good time to pull me out of battle. Oh wait, we don't have one anymore. I've only just noticed the fact that we've got like proof how like how much I don't notice our own team. I've only just noticed we've got like I noticed when I came out of spawn that we had a Freya, but I did not know they were the life. I didn't pay attention to the fact they weren't Lifeweaver. No one gonna jump on point. Someone can hold. I almost had ult which would have cleared them. See, the reason I know my ult would have cleared them is quite simple. Same reason Death Blossom then clears in that situation. There's not much time left. They would have had to move out the way. It would have taken about 10-15 seconds from their time. The incompetency of players are half the time. It really does baffle me. Thankfully, I instantly get, like, something I am happy that is at least a thing. Is you get both perks when you're in essential overtime game.
That rifle's a fine piece of work. Looks a little unwieldy, though. Perhaps.
See, we've been given an additional 30 seconds to round up to a minute. They had a good 50 seconds left, so we're lucky the fact that the game's decided we'll give both teams a minute. They had a spare good 30 seconds. We'll give them an additional 20. See, all they have to do is hold for a minute. So, like, if we can get it around the corner at least, it makes it so much more easier. See, the enemy Diva is good, and Roadhog should really be trying to take care of her. Just like the enemy Bastion or Wrecking Ball should be trying to take care of me. But instead, both me and the enemy Diva are sort of being put in situations where we're fighting each other. Which is really not doing anything to either one of us, because one of us takes that out of our mech, then our team then takes care of the other person out of their mech. Now all we have to do is hug this point like it's our first child. See, I don't know whether Bastion does get damage from his own ult. I almost did, which is a scary thing. Because, like, 40 eliminations. I got the most eliminations on our team, almost between both teams, but I'm joint second. I'm second between both team kills. And again, a strategy that probably would be beneficial is Bastion, Mercy, a Reinhardt, a Brig, and then, I don't know, a Widow or Ashe. I'd say Ashe over. And, or even potentially say an Anna, because Anna could then nano boost Bastion, the Mercy could then keep him alive, the Reinhardt and Brick could then hold the line. But the team comp, how it's currently set is Anna can nano boost to anyone, Widow can take the shots that she needs to, Sojin and Bastion can then hold point, me and Roadhog are then the immovable walls. Again, I really should be picking better times to drink. Because guys, I'm picking times where it's like barely any time left. And I still then need to screw a lid on. But I'm like taking a sip as the match is about to start, which means it's like, gotta hurry up, gotta hurry up, gotta hurry up. See, now they've only got like 40 seconds left. By the time I respawn in, yeah, it'll be back 40 seconds. By the time I get back, it'll be back 30. Neither one of the teams, like, if they get it to that, they get 4 points, because it would be. Like I say, both divas are sort of just shredding each other's mechs, and then either at the out mech diva or the other team is then getting the instant But yeah, they're in overtime about the same situation where we were. Except if anyone's got ults, they might want to start chucking them out.
Reset and regroup.
Victory. If they had any more time on they actually did, they would have won. I'm gonna also give it to Lendiva. Yeah, I was about to say, I had slightly forgot about my literal 5 kill because I launched mech and it was like, we'll see what this does. Half expecting 3 of them to jump from the sides. No, it wasn't a 14 kill. It was only 4. I make this mistake every single time. If I see like 5 deaths, I presume it's a player. I don't put Sojourn's pylon into consideration. So even if I had got Lever in time, it wouldn't have been, and I would have been like, huh? There was Hanzo too. No, I never would have known that unless I had got played the game, so. So that one game then took... Oh, loot box. I do try and save loot boxes, but... Considering the fact that I only stream Overwatch at this point once a week. What arcade game modes are currently off? You know what? I'm going to chuck one more game of Compom. There will be 6 rounds in total. But I might do 2 quick play games just to sort of like chill down. Although thankfully, guys, the weather in the UK is sort of started to cool down a bit, so it's not been a case of I've not had to mention every stream that if you hear something there is. Granted, if you do, it is because my fan's on, but that's just because it's still warm. And quite frankly, I'd rather not be sweating while playing a video game while streaming. That is more than I typically do when things start to go in completely wrong. But guys, if you are new around here, please like and subscribe. Because every so often I am literally in the mood to like stream for like 3-4 hours. The only case that generally stops me is the fact that I stream later than normal. Like I stream later than some people do. I've not done Blizzard World tonight. Like, I was thinking, you know what, New Queen Street, it'll be a simple, like, 10-15 minute game. But it's like, yeah. I've done that game today, so.
Select your hero.
So I can't play Diva. You know, Kiriko. We'll say May. We'll say Symmetra. Now, is the Mega, like, I'm not doing it because I don't like our teammate, I'm doing it because I'm so fed up and May's instantly and blocking. Diva got banned. Symmetra, I'm pretty sure I did work for Symmetra, and then Sombra and Moira. I'm hoping our May doesn't decide to be a dick. Because guys, my main reasons for finding Mays annoying is generally down to the fact of any possible time that they get the chance of, some of them like to place a wall and be annoying. I don't know whether it's got an actual name for at least in Overwatch, but what I typically think of it is two sides to the same book.
I'll find my own path.
For instance, you've got Mercy, but then you've also got Battle Mercy.
Hey, you're pretty cool.
You've got Moira, then you've also got Moira not healing.
You got me there.
Those are literally some examples that I can think of from the top of my head.
Find your strength. We are soon to need it.
For instance, you've also got things like you've then got Reinhardt, but then you also have Reinhardt not using shield.
Attack commence.
Enemy turret ahead.
Am I our only healer? No. Hilari's also a healer. See, this is what I mean. May then made a situation 10 times worse, knowing for a fact that she was going to get fucking herself in that situation. And she now gets to seem like the hero. No, she blocked me and Orisa in and got both me and Orisa killed.
That was interesting.
Like, I get May being able to control ice, but like, if May lost the ice wall, I'd be clapping.
Enemy here. You take a lot of damage, huh?
Like, I would literally clap so loud, like, because half the time May with ice wall can be useful. The other half of the time, it causes pain to your team. Like, I can't remember the last time that I saw a May use ice wall that didn't affect her team. Because, yes, use it to block people off the enemy team, but not with your team trapped with them.
Done playing around. Purified.
I'm kind of regretting this last comp match. Because I'm our only healer now, which isn't great, because Kiriko is not a solo healer and I'm not swapping to Mercy. Or Anna. Or Lucio. I picked to play a secondary support due to the fact that I didn't want to be in charge of keeping the whole team alive. But like, people then go and see, oh, you've got a support, we don't need a second. It's like, no, you do.
Step right up.
I was out of that radius, I'm pretty sure. See, annoyingly, if people then start dying a lot, I'm then going to be like getting the blame for not healing.
Come join me.
Let's get back to it.
Our Orisa's the only one who's anywhere close to mine healing level. And I'm pretty sure that's, I want to say, because she played Roadhog at some point. But I'm pretty sure it was Mike, because they might have been, no, it's because they were a Lari at one point.
Sojourn en route. Over here.
I get the why I need help, and I want, like, I get the I need help or I'm low on healing button. I really do, and I think it is a great button and points. I think people like, the person in front of me misuse it. I don't really have a choice in the matter. I had to chuck out all. May is now just thrown the game because instead of trying to run to point, she then decided to try and take on a person that she couldn't handle and not get to them point because I don't think anyone's going to be close enough.
I'm with you.
Yeah, which means all they have to do is touch point.
Your fate. Score 0.
Thank you, May, for being the most dumbass person in the world.
Select your hero.
And people wonder why I call Maze toxic. Like, Torbjorn's instant-lock turret is annoying to deal with because it instant-locks onto you. Symmetra's turrets also can be hidden pretty well, which means they're annoying. Sombra's annoying because she can sneak up behind you and hack you. May's annoying because she bugs her own team. At least the people I mentioned bug the enemy team. But they don't physically have a way to bug your team. Like, Torbjorn's turret doesn't lock onto its own teammates, and Symmetra's turrets don't either, and Sombra can't physically bug her own team. Kind of, unless she translocates out of situations what she's got into that she then chucked the team into. But Maze can just be annoying. I honestly kind of do believe now if I had to ban one character from the game, May would be at the top of my list. Hold on, guys, back in a sec.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Let's get our hands dirty. The spring flows anew.
The objective is compromised. Mount resistance.
Defeat. Play of the game.
So I had to deal with something but could still play. But I didn't want to get kicked. I partially blame our Maze for our loss because... Like, I know the last like probably the last 2-3 minutes I wasn't 100% focused. Annoyingly, I've kind of started back to where my rank was at the beginning before I started playing comp. But I still got like points to get a next gold weapon from it. Not enough to get a next gold weapon, but closer. Yeah, I'm doing two games of unranked just to... Actually, hold on. We're doing Mystery Hero unranked. Because every time you die, you get a new hero. Actually, how far am I? Not too bad. Again, noob, I'm not too fast, right? Same for Smiley Pants. I think I probably will end up getting Smiley Pants, but I'm not too fast. That I'm not that fussed about. Bad Apple would kind of be cool to have. Minimax it. Again, none of these I'm not fussed about. Like Retro Game, I think was the only one that I did care about, and I've got it now.
Vote for a map.
Part of me would prefer push max to be quicker. Like push bumps in general are quicker. Yes. Because guys, it's got to a point where it's like I was really enjoying streaming, but that last game, that just felt brutal in more than one way. You know, I will in the future, if I remember. But, like, I don't think I'm gonna get enough time to charge up perks. Because I would have presumed perks would have been turned off for Mystery Hero. Apparently they're not. Also, guys, the whole thing around Mystery Hero is every time you die, you get a new hero. It's all mystery. Like, we've got, like, a really unbalanced team. Like, it's literally been a while since I've played Baptiste. Like, now I've died. They instantly all set to 3.
Let's go. Come on, everyone. Let's push.
Options. You know what? It can be sorted at some other point. If it's only a mystery here, I'm willing to deal with the fact of it not being binded.
Enemy here.
See guys, the reason I am doing 2 more games is because I like keeping my games in sets of 3s. Which meant if I knew how last game would have gone, I would have like, guys, I'm ending stream now. It's also been a while since I've played, thingy. Like, I do tend to stick to very similar heroes. Like, similar, I say similar, I tend to stick to heroes that I've played for a good while. Like, Diva, I think I've been playing since the beginning of Overwatch 2, no, she's been in the game since Overwatch 1. But back for a good part of Overwatch 1, I didn't exactly have, like, set characters I was good and played a lot as. Like, I started playing a good bit of Reaper after I played him in a couple games and was like shredding and doing really good as Reaper. For support, I don't think I had a natural complete support picked until Overwatch 2. Lucia, bugger off. I like Freya and Freya. I'd rather not lose Freya. Like, I know I'm going to lose playing Freya.
Barricade's moving. I am the queen.
But I'd rather not. But that's the last 2 games, whether a losses or wins. I'd rather 2 quick wins.
Target marked.
I say 2 quick wins. I'd rather 2 quick matches. Which is kind of the reason I tend not to play unranked games on stream. I'm only doing it because I need 2 games to sort of. I need a couple, at least 2 ranks of, at least a couple unranked games to sort of take me from being stressed to the eyeballs to a reasonable stress level.
Para reporting. Excellent. I read you. Copy that.
Yeah, it's like Doomfist is someone who I don't play. I think I've played Doomfist a few times. Like, no great impact's back. Like, I don't like. I used to love playing Baptiste back on like Overwatch 1 and potentially the beginning of Overwatch 2. But like, I think in Overwatch 2 at some point they changed him to be I think more DPS focused.
Freya, edge of
Like, I'll having to play Baptiste if it's like was my only option for like support. But like Kiriko does what I like. Both like Kiriko and Juno do what I used to love playing. Like I used to love the fact that Baptiste had great mobility, good bit of could do a good bit of healing, and overall support the team in a cool and unique way. Ooh, Anna. But like both Kiriko and Juno can also support the team and get places very quickly. See, in Mystery Heroes, like, I tend not to be fussed about, like, sometimes when I die.
They got us outnumbered. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
See, one thing I don't know is whether Mystery is going to classify as not playing characters in my thing, because if it doesn't, I will then do one more game. Well, actually, if it doesn't, I might stream out of this game, but if it does, I probably will then just chuck one unranked. Well, actually, I might depend. Yeah, I've accepted vote. Like, I love playing Mercy, but like, she is in my top 3, so it's like, I'd rather have a character in my top 3. Like, I think as long as I don't end on a Baptiste 3 times in a row. Guys, the main characters in this game at this point, you've seen Baptiste 3 times not in a row, but like 3 times. Don't know why I said row, but like 3 times. It's pushing the buttons. Also, push maps like getting the robot from point A to point B. A lot of times, if I see the map as like one of the maps up for a vote in like stream, I'm not exactly always like happy to get them because they don't take that long. Like you'll have some push maps. I say, are they push maps? Yeah, push maps. It's like, are they push maps? It's like, yes, because the game calls them push maps. Like, you'll have some that will take 10-15 minutes to full length for time, plus there's probably additional few minutes of overtime. Then you'll have some that one team just dominates and gets it all the way over there in about 5 minutes. Ooh, Bastion. But guys, like I was enjoying streaming tonight until that last game of comp where it's like, why have not other people pushing my buttons?
Get in there, Bob.
Like I'm presuming when it comes to classifying what heroes like, so like you, because like you get like a weekly achievement for playing 15 characters, not in your top 3. I'm presuming it's only going to classify characters that aren't like you last like played and not like characters you have played for the whole thing.
Approaching the final destination.
Barricades moving.
Victory, which was needed. Honestly, good. It's like that victory just makes me feel slightly better. I'm giving it to Kiriko, and I'm gonna say Ash.
Play of the game.
She had they ended up getting play of the game anyway. What did they do to get play of the game? I instantly see the fact they got Alt and then Bob, and it's like I was wrong. Bob only got one of those kills. I presume Bob went on a rampage. I was wrong. Thank God it's not a count. Right, in that case, I will do one more game and then stream's over. But like for monthly challenges, I'm making a decent progress. Like Breaching out normally takes me like 3 days to get up to like 9 wins. So it'd normally be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Guys, they've only restarted today, which means comes like because it normally done say Friday, Saturday, which normally means no. Well, I'm gonna have an extra day where I can play anybody I want for games. Guys, like I typically do play any character I want, but like I know for a fact that if I get the weekly challenges done first, because it'll take me about a week. It'll take me about the week to get them done. I don't know then whatever time I have left for the week, I don't have to worry about that particular challenge. Because almost every week I go for breaching out 15 games, a series not playing your top 3. Very easy to do. You will literally have almost every other character in the game to play. In my position, very easy. I get for some people it might not be, because you might have to double check. Because if you've played, say, Ash, Ilari, and Malga, like for a few hours each, but then you start playing something like Tracer for a good bit, and then you think Tracer's not in your top 3, it's like you might have to double check. I don't, because I know my top 3 aren't going to change for a good while. I mean, in my defense, I still wouldn't stream for about 2 hours. It will be about an hour 50, probably an hour, probably just under 2. Like, it's about half an hour before it would reach the 2 hour mark. Which, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like one of my longest streams, for at least for a good while. So I know I have done like 2-3 hour streams before now, but that was back in the day. I'm gonna go with hybrid. Just because that game could either end in the first 5 seconds or in the first 10 minutes. Compared to Throne of Atlas, of Anubis, that could be a while. And Flashpoint, like, you need a guaranteed 3 wins. And as I said, I knew it was going to happen. Is it too bad I'm hoping one of the teams to instantly be better than the other? Also, I don't know when they added water to that area on that map.
What? I'm glad that's impossible for me.
Options. No, I'm hoping it hasn't completely changed it. Like, the reason I didn't want to mess with it, because I knew for a fact that was like, I'd have buttons behind that I wasn't 100% sure of. Also, another reason why I didn't exactly want, you know, a map that you needed a guaranteed 3 wins on. Because if it was comp and the whole team rage quit, then you'd probably get the win. Or the match would probably be cancelled. In this particular case, I don't even think the team need me. I mean, to be fair, they seem to be handling it a lot better than I was.
Spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
Oh no, I'm Life Reaver. I'm the curse. The one time I really wasn't trying to. I mean, I've done most of them. Anyway, I think if I've destroyed one area from this point, I may as well just try the rest of it.
Duplicating signal.
Oh dear.
Why am I suddenly doing really good as Life Weaver? I don't want to be doing good as Life Weaver. Like, I want to win, 100%. But guys, I've reached a point where it's like, if they were to win all 3 games very quickly, I'd be cheering them on. Like, not trying to sacrifice my own team and all that lot, but I've had to reach my breaking point for Overwatch, at least for today. Ah, the tree does still stay there. See, I didn't think I was going to get my ult. Turns out I was wrong.
My throne is where
You know what? I'll take Jungle Queen. There was a period of time. I'm pretty sure her weapon's gold too, so I do know how to play her. All I was saying that, I've also got Genji's gold weapon, and I better have to play Genji. Because I wouldn't necessarily say I still do this, but I've definitely still got a good few of them. But like back when a good while, I think it was like last year, maybe the year before, I didn't know whose gold weapons to get next because I'd got everyone I wanted, and it's like, you know what, why don't I just go and get like mythic weapons? Like whoever's got their mythic skin out that time, I get the gold weapon. It worked out really handy because I had a few of them already. Like Widows and Ashes I had, Reapers I had, Divas I had. Because like, a lot of them I got at the beginning of Overwatch 2. Ryan hats, Sigmas I had. There were only things like Kiriko's, Junker Queens.
You know you're allowed to fight back, yeah?
I don't know if I should be happy with the fact that we are shredding through points or questioning why we are shredding through points.
I always
I will take this. Freya's definitely something I needed. Because guys, when you're really enjoying playing a character on any video game, and it's been a while since you played them, or in Overwatch case, it's mystery heroes. So you can't guarantee it, and then you suddenly get them, it's like, I can breathe again. It's like fresh air.
That'll have to do.
Wrecking Ball, you are not ruining this for me.
I'll keep this fire burning!
Pretty sure that was kind of funny. Well, I got the kill, but then she also killed me. Hopefully it won't make a difference. And it kind of does, because it means I ended the game on Lucas. Oh, we were so close.
Play of the game.
Gonna give it to that Widow because they did get the final kill on me. Gonna end now before the game does chuck me into another round. So that was 4 rounds of com, 2 quick play matches, and I suddenly feel more stressed than what it was when I started streaming. Now guys, the reason I did decide to take off, like, it's to, like, stop doing streams essentially every day, was down to the fact of things like this. Like, if this was the case of like Monday and I had to stream like say the next day, or or it's gonna stream tomorrow, and it was back for the exact same game, I'd be like, nope. Okay, so that'll be done tomorrow. That'll be done Thursday. And that 100% won't be done until like next week. At the earliest, because there'll be comp next week. Basically, I try and play comp where it's a case of stadium or non-stadium, but either way, this is Tiger signing off. Hope you enjoyed. If you are new around here, please like and subscribe for my mentality at least. And again, hope you enjoyed. See you later. Bye.